So today, in the post, I received this. What? Hello guys, what's happening? It is Matt here from Sophisticated Obsession, and today we are back with another fragrance review. So today, I was coming back off my daily walk when I saw this in the post. A random sample of Labo that I was sent. So without further ado, let's jump straight. Oh god, my tea. That was a close one, guys. Without further ado, let's jump into this. Dear Matt Horner, would like to share this scent with you. Practice giving things away, not just things you don't care about, but things you do like. And observe the mental process going along with the act of releasing the little thing you liked. Do you know what? That's actually really, really nice. Certainly at like this time at the moment. Let's have a look at the fragrance. Noir was one of the first fragrances that I tried from Labo, and I was like, I think this company might cost me a lot of money. I don't have this actually in my collection, like the full bottle, but I have smelt this before. Noir, it is Noir, not the Noir like I used to say. Just a little bit of background history of Labo. Labo is a New York brand. They take the name from the French name, the laboratory. When you go into a Labo store, oh my god, they are beautiful. Just the experience alone of going into a store like Labo and purchasing a scent, maybe it's like your first scent, it's so spectacular. Now that's the other thing, when you go in, I'm already starting to smell this and it's just, oh my god, I just can't wait. When you go into the store, you will find that they are only showing testers, and that is because they are then going to make the fragrance there in front of you. You then know you are coming out with a fresh fragrance. They put your name on it and also the date of which you then purchased it. Now, to give you a clue of what you are going to expect in a Labo store, head over to the website. They've really sort of gone with that distressed aesthetic. Can't remember what the name of it is. It's like wasabi. No, that's the Japanese mustard. So you'll see also that by the names there are numbers. A few people have then said, well, that's the number of when that came out. So, you know, the first fragrance had a number 1 behind it, and that is not correct. It is actually the amount of ingredients, so the number of different notes that go into making that fragrance. There are 29 different things that make up this. Noir is the ode to the noble leaf and the craft that surrounds it. Oh, it's so good. Overall, you have like this very classic sort of cologne-y smell. It's quite masculine actually in the sort of the top notes of it, but then underneath is just this sort of dark, sexy appeal. I would not say that this is overly masculine or overly feminine. There's a slight amount of powderiness. I think that that probably is coming from the musks that are in there. As a whole, Labo does musk very well, and I think that that might be where Labo gets its very distinctive smell from. There is a slight citrusy element, it's very slight, and it's got like a leathery note. It's not a strong leather, it's not like a smoky leather that sometimes can smell as if you've then just had a cigarette. It's a leather that is more suede. There are some lovely wood notes here. I personally find this actually quite a complex fragrance. Certainly in the opening, it is so sexy. It is just it's just beautiful. It is just so nice. I think that this is now just starting to just ease off and just mellow slightly. The brash opening of this is dying down. What you're then left with is something a little bit softer, something that would work really, really well as maybe like a date night or like an intimate fragrance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this for around about half an hour, just so then that can then die down into the heart notes, just so we can then see how this fragrance develops. Welcome back. It's been around about half an hour now. I was just having like a little read up, just to then sort of see what other people were saying about this fragrance. Loads of people have said that this smells very, very similar to Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. I have that fragrance right here, and it smells nothing like it. I don't get it. Tea Noir is so much darker. I kind of feel like Tea Noir smells very, very similar to Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. Jo Malone's is so much lighter and fresher and just more airy. Tea Noir is going out for cocktails in a swanky bar. Wood Sage and Sea Salt is taking a lovely afternoon stroll by the beach. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the mid notes. There is more of that cologne smell coming through, but it's less masculine. What you're actually left with now is more of a powdery scent that sits a little bit closer to the skin. There is a floral aspect here, almost like a rose type note here. The rose is dark. It's dark and it's earthy. It's intoxicating. I would say that now that this is dying down and it's developing, I think it's slightly moving over to the more effeminate side. I think that this would suit Rach absolutely perfectly. So I'm gonna leave you now for another hour so that this can then dry down well into the base notes. I'm not even lying, that is my third cup of tea this evening. I'm gonna be up all night with a granny bladder. Okay, so we are now well into the base notes of this fragrance. This is now more of like a, I wouldn't say a skin scent, because this I think has the power to last you quite a few hours. I don't think it will last you the whole day. Most of the complexity to this fragrance will probably have died off by the end of the day. What we've got here is a powdery rose note with some sort of dark woodsy elements in the base. And I think that this was probably the reason of why I actually went to Ylang and I got that one instead of Tea Noir. This would be a perfect evening scent where you're going out for a nice meal or you're going out for a date. I also think that this would work very well as a female or a male fragrance. Although I do think that in the dry down and certainly just at the end of this fragrance life, it just leans slightly over to the more feminine side because of those floral notes. I don't think that this would work very well as an all-day scent. It's a very intoxicating, alluring scent, but I don't think that it would then suit going out for the day, you know, or just going like down to Tesco's to grab your shopping. If you're maybe working in an office or a corporate place, that maybe this isn't the best fragrance that you could wear. There might be other fragrances out there that then would work with that setting a little bit better. Projection and the longevity, it worries me slightly. I have tested this out months and months ago, and from what I can remember then, it didn't last all day. Also for the projection, this is great for a daytime fragrance because it is just very, very intoxicating. For a daytime fragrance, you probably want something that then projects just a little bit more, just so it then leaves a really nice scent trail and doesn't just sort of disappear. This does have more of a autumnal, winter type of vibe. The reason being is that I don't get much tea from this. I don't get much bergamot from this. I sort of had it right at the start and then it went. And I think that that is one of the problems that Le Labo has, is that the opening notes seem to then showcase the fragrance name and then it disappears. Quite a few people are a bit like, I've bought like Tea Noir or I've bought Oud or I've bought Neroli to smell like that fragrance. And after like half an hour, it doesn't smell like that fragrance anymore. And I can understand your annoyance and pain. Right guys, that is everything from me. Hopefully this has given you a little bit more information about what you then might find if you are thinking of purchasing Noir 29 by Le Labo. If you do want me to then do other reviews about Le Labo's fragrances, or if you want to learn more about Le Labo, I absolutely love the brand, so I will be happy to chew your ear off about more things from that great brand. As always, check us out on Instagram to see what I'm absolutely obsessed with. Also, if you have not done so already, hit that big subscribe button. Thank you so much to everybody that keeps on coming back to this channel. It really does mean the world. And for those of you that have not yet been here, thank you again for making it to the end. Right, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.